I held the necklace in my hand. A strange emotion twisted in my chest. The Stardust tears. I designed this piece myself a month ago. Dalton bought it the moment it launched. Now it was my wedding anniversary gift. I picked up my phone. I snapped a quick photo. The caption was simple: gift from the hubby. Feeling myself. 10 minutes later, my phone buzzed. I unlocked it. The comments section had exploded. Haley's profile picture was right at the top. It was followed by a wall of screaming text. A fake wearing a fake? You really think you are the wife? My brother only loves Willow. You are just a placeholder. Be smart and give the necklace back to the real owner. Hand over the endorsement deal too, or my brother will leave you with nothing. I froze. Fake? I'm wearing a necklace I literally sketched into existence. And I am being called a fake? Wow. The audacity. I tapped on Haley's profile. I wanted to see what other garbage she was spewing. Her feed was a shrine. It was full of photos of her, Dalton, and Willow. And there was Willow. She was wearing the exact necklace sitting in front of me. My brother and Willow are true love. The substitute needs to get lost. When Willow returns, trash needs to take itself out. I scrolled through a few more posts. It got more ridiculous by the second. Who does this entitled brat think she is? Cupid? Or does she think she is Dalton's talent manager? Chapter 2. I went back to my post. I replied directly to Haley. He hires a stand-in, and you play the accomplice? Since you siblings love the drama so much, how about I pull my capital? You can both be unemployed together. Go play the tragic lovers on your own dime. I hit send. My phone rang instantly. Dalton. I picked up. Before I could say a word, I heard Willow's voice on the other end. Dalton, don't blame Cordelia. She probably doesn't know. Dalton hung up in a panic. A text message popped up a second later. Haley is young. She doesn't know any better. Don't hold it against her. Just delete the post. It looks bad for us. I stared at the screen. I wanted to laugh. Young? She doesn't know any better? Haley is over 20. Since when is that a child? She just pointed her finger in my face on a public forum. She called my necklace a fake. She demanded I return it to Willow. And his reaction? Delete it. Don't make a scene. Let it go. And what about Willow? That voice on the phone. It sounded like she was trying to defend me. But listen closely. She said, she probably doesn't know. Know what? That Willow graciously let me have the necklace? Or that in this house, Cordelia doesn't even have the right to wear her own designs? I started a video call. Dalton answered. He looked flushed, panicked. He quickly angled the camera away. I was staring at a white ceiling. Cordelia, listen to me. No. I cut him off. Make Haley delete that comment. Make her apologize. Or she will never touch a piece of LW jewelry again. The line went dead silent for a few seconds. Then Dalton spoke. His voice was tentative, testing the waters. Cordelia, don't joke like that. When have I ever joked with you? I stared at the ceiling on the screen. My tone was flat, deadly calm. Dalton, I am giving you 1 hour. Make your sister apologize. Publicly. Make her admit she was wrong. Otherwise, I paused. It won't just be the endorsement deal. Ask yourself if you have anything left to lose. I hung up. The phone sat quiet for a few minutes. Then it started vibrating violently against the table. Dalton. Calling. Again. And again. I declined every single one. Chapter 3. I tossed the phone aside. Back to the grind. 1 hour passed. Silence. 2 hours. Radio silence. The third hour was bleeding out when the lock clicked. Dalton. He was carrying takeout bags from that Cantonese place I like. He tiptoed in. The considerate husband act. Cordelia? You asleep? I looked up from the sofa. No. Working. He walked over. He set the food on the coffee table. I got late night snack. Shrimp dumplings. Lotus leaf sticky rice. Your favorite. I didn't move a muscle. Dalton paused. A flicker of annoyance crossed his face. Or maybe it was just guilt. Are you jealous? Look, the necklace. I just let Willow try it on. To check the fit. That is it. I didn't know Haley was gonna snap a picture and post it. I cut him off. Where is Haley's apology? Dalton sat down across from me. He slumped his shoulders. The picture of a weary man. Cordelia, she messed up. I know that. I already told her off. I stared at him. I demanded a public apology. She is young. She doesn't know better. If I make her apologize publicly, it will ruin her reputation. He reached out. He tried to cover my hand with his. I pulled back. Besides, making a scene doesn't help anyone. The internet doesn't care about facts. If people twist this, it's going to hurt your image too. I finally got it. He never planned to make her apologize. He came home to gaslight me into silence. Dalton, do you know why I gave you that ultimatum? He blinked. Because I wanted to see who ranked higher on your list. Me or your sister. Now I know. I stood up. I walked toward the bedroom. Dalton scrambled up. He followed me. Cordelia, wait. Willow, she is in a bad spot. Her agency says she needs a big endorsement to survive this rough patch. I stopped. So, I was thinking, you are my wife now. You have the status. You have the position. The LW endorsement. It is just a gig to you. His voice went soft, tentative. But for Willow, that deal could save her career. Chapter 4. LW is my private company. I founded it under the radar. I modeled for the brand myself for one reason, to cut costs. I didn't want to pay some other celebrity. No one knows I'm the majority shareholder. To the world, I am just a no-name model who got lucky with a luxury jewelry endorsement. I turned around. I stared at Dalton. Let me get this straight. You want me to hand the LW endorsement over to Willow? Not hand over. Just, he stumbled over his words. Do it for me. As a favor. Think of it as compensation for her. Compensation. I let out a short, cold laugh. What exactly do I need to compensate her for? Cordelia, you know our history. When we broke up, I left her in a bad place. I owe her. Dalton reached out. He tried to grab my hand again. I have the power to help her now. It would give me closure. It would settle a debt in my heart. I snatched my hand away. Closure? Dalton, I don't remember seeing that clause in our wedding vows. A flash of embarrassment crossed his face. Cordelia, stop. Don't be like this. We are married. We need to be understanding. Understanding? You want me to gift wrap my career and hand it to your ex? Do I look like Santa to you? I turned on my heel. I marched into the bedroom and slammed the door. I heard him sigh on the other side. The sound of a man who thinks he is the victim. The next 2 days were a media circus. The press releases were relentless. Willow set to be global face of LW, a career renaissance. Dalton and Willow, where do their hearts lie? Insiders say they never really split. The unfinished love story of Willow and Dalton. The internet is swooning. I scrolled through the articles. Every single one was detailed, convinced. It was as if the LW contract was already signed, sealed, and delivered to Willow. Marketing blogs were already calculating how much her market value would skyrocket after the deal. Third night, Dalton called again.